Do you guys remember Alex? Or not Alex. I'm Alex. I'm Alex, the YouTuber, the one that got into that huge controversy because he was I guess allegedly, I'll say allegedly just for my own sake, like abusive towards his girlfriend. There were those clips of him yelling at her, calling her the N word. But apparently they used to call each other themselves. They used to call each other the N word. Technically she's like on the wrong on that too. Um, but he's kind of being just a total dick and just like harassing the crap out of his girlfriend. And she broke up with him. She put all that information out there, and Alex kind of just went into hiding. He never made any response or rebuttal or tried to cover himself or say, hey, she's wrong. He never made any response that I know of. But apparently, he tried to make a comeback recently. Let me show you. I'm Alex's comeback is horrible. That's the video we're gonna be reacting to today. And it's by the YouTube channel JAMARI. So shout out to JAMARI. He's always got some bangers, you know what I'm saying? But before we get to the video, two things. Fit check, you know what I'm saying? I'm just wearing that good old, it was me. I let the dogs out. I think I got some cat hair on this thing. Like, I don't know. Why does it look, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what I'm wearing. And second thing, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your boy's trying to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, so help your boy out. But let's get to the video.
So around a year ago, a commentary YouTuber named ImAllexx's completely lost his career in the span of 24 hours, as his ex-girlfriend Alice had exposed him for being a completely different person off camera. You see, Alice released this 82-page Google Doc where she displayed how toxic, abusive, and downright disturbing their one-year relationship was. Hundreds of text messages, voice and video recordings, and other evidence was released to the general public all at once. Damn. It was a bombshell, and the people of YouTube feasted on this information like wild piranhas.
Damn.
Because for years, this man had presented himself as the nice guy, an ally to every community who had nothing but love in his heart. I want to say at one time this dude even
like, imagine that. Imagine your entire audience. Imagine, like, okay, from the audience perspective, imagine like one of your favorite YouTubers is this all-around nice guy. He's got nothing but love in his heart. He's such a good guy on camera. That's all you see, right? Until one day, his ex-girlfriend just posts all this evidence of him being the complete opposite of who he assumes to be while he's streaming, while he's YouTubing, while he's recording. And all that evidence just kind of shows his dark side. If you were that YouTuber, how would you feel? Like, honestly, for the audience, for us, it's like, damn, bro, it's a good thing we know about you now, because now we can choose to continue supporting you or not, and we know your darkness. But like, for him, the dude just went ghost. You know what I'm saying? He went Danny Phantom, bro. I'm going ghost. Like, he went Danny Phantom. You know what I'm saying? But like, god damn, bro.
Had e-girls and maybe some e-guys lusting over him online. I mean, this was his merch after all.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I have many gay friends. My father's gay.
Now, in all reality, Alex is an egotistical, self-absorbed clown who thinks he is superior to other people because he ran a successful YouTube channel. His ego was on full display when he would talk about how great he was, and how his brain was truly an enigma too complicated for others to understand.
To the point where it's actually really hard to follow what I'm saying, because it's so flexible. I've gone, you could do this, but you might be able to do that, but you might be able to do that, and you might be able to do this, and this might...
What does that say? It says, the effing stupid idiots. And they say, I'm not a streamer. And Alex, I'm guessing Alex is the one in the black. He says, who think they know better than their only man. And the other person says, I wasn't insulted and I'm not everyone else. And Alex is saying, I'm guessing that's Alex. He's saying, who has actually done it all successfully. He really likes to inflate his own ego. He really likes to talk big about himself as if he's the only person that's done that. I mean, granted, I am not there yet. I know I'm gonna make it eventually. I don't mind waiting. I'll take my time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he's got that on me. I don't care. But there's so many other people that have done that. He is not the only one. And just because he has, like, congratulations to him. That's not a feat to just like sniff at. You know what I'm saying? To just like whatever, to just like wave off. Like, that's a good feat. That's congratulations. But you did it while being fake, and that mask ended up slipping and you got caught with the mask slipped. So I don't know what to say to you. Like, yeah, again, congratulations for making it, but you ruined it yourself. Like, what was the point in making it in the first place? For 15 minutes of fame?
Well, you might be able to do that, and it sounds fucking mental. I don't even know do that. You might be able to do this, and this might work, but you might be able to do.
I just told you how to make 6 figures, so F off. It's annoying.
Do that, and it sounds fucking mental. I don't even understand how you could possibly actually follow along to it. Like most of my friends.
This is Alex speaking on his friends not understanding his YouTube strategy. That's why I'm professional and you're not.
Struggle to actually understand what I'm saying. So that's why I'm a professional and you're all not. And you think you can just ignore them because, like, well, what's the worst that can happen? I don't know. Your boyfriend's a famous internet celebrity and doesn't trust these people because he has to keep his circle small. Because you might not have anything to fucking lose, because your life might be down the fucking drain, but I still have quite a lot that I would like to fucking give.
You would think this guy was making Martin Scorsese level films the way his head was so big. I've actually interacted with quite a few YouTubers who were just like this guy, who basically act like they're God's gift to Earth because they touched a little paper and gained a following online.
Wait. JAMARI has actually like interacted with some YouTubers who feel the same way, whose egos are that big. It's like Kanye level ego. Like, man. Damn, I feel sorry for JAMARI for having to interact with people like that.
And it makes me sick. But being conceited was not this guy's worst offense, as there were these other video and audio clips where he was berating his girlfriend with disgusting insults and threats.
Thing about you, and this is the thing, and this is why I go round and round in circles. I joined cool. Now, when it's too fucking late, you admit that you did everything fucking wrong. But when it actually,
like, low key, he could have tried to say this was AI. This is such a bad like lag and shit. So it's like a terrible looking recording. He could have tried to say it was AI.
Actually matters when you should lay down like a good fucking dog. You don't fucking do it. You fight for some reason. I don't know why you fight, because you're losing. And then you look like a fucking miserable fucking little cunt all the time. But your face is annoying to look at, like when I come downstairs.
This excerpt comes from shared audio of a confrontation they had. So this is when he was following her around the house, and she was like getting her stuff or like doing something that so that she could just leave. I'm pretty sure she was collecting her stuff so she could leave. He's like following her around, just insulting her, like harassing her. Like, to anybody who has ever been in that type of situation while in a relationship, you have my sympathy. And if you're having trouble deciding to leave because you're like so attached to them for some reason, take this as a sign to leave. Like, I don't believe in coincidences. You didn't stumble upon this video. You didn't watch it to this point. Take it upon yourself to leave. Take this as a sign to leave. Take this as a sign to free yourself from them and to do better for yourself and to find someone better for you. Take this as a sign that it's time to leave them so that you can recover, heal, and not let them continue to traumatize you. To everybody else, do not do this to someone you claim to love or to claim to have deep feelings for. Like, do not do this to someone that you want to be with. Like, I don't see the point in running around harassing people like this. Just leave them, or just say, hey, I'm done. Like, I don't think we should be together because it's not working out for whatever reason. There is no point for this. There is no reason for this. None at all.
Like, I'm actually fed up of looking at you. You actually, clean up after yourself. Nigga, leave it.
At least he didn't say it with a hard R. But if you're fed up with looking at them, at least just let them leave. Why are you following them around? Just leave them alone.
Is it generally because you're just fucking brain dead?
Yeah, I'm very brain dead, yeah.
Is that why you decided to go on the fucking offensive instead of the
Did call me
maybe.
offensive.
Okay. Just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend
You're
would do. And
acting
go,
like
I
this
didn't,
is
I didn't
all
mean
just
it.
me, and that's something you really need to fucking fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up.
That is just a mere glimpse into
Why would you have your camera on while you're having a video chat with somebody, with your girlfriend at the time, with somebody like that? Why would you have your video on while you say stuff like that to them? Your camera, why would you have that on? That being said, I need more Discord friends, but I'm also an introvert and I don't like people. So if you want to be on my Discord, you want to be my Discord friend, let me know in the comments below. I promise not to act like I'm Alex. I'm a good person. I promise.
the types of things he was saying to his girlfriends on a regular basis during
Well, I'm not a good person, but I'm not an asshole to that extent. You feel me? Yeah. My darkness is a little more entertaining. Yeah.
their relationship. It seems like he essentially wanted her to always be available to him at his disposal, while he also looked down upon her because she wasn't worthy available to him at his disposal, while he
I'd save a lot of money having to carry you around. You don't need to talk anymore. It's done.
also looked down
I will be fine without you. To everyone around you, you are nothing without me. Damn.
upon her because she wasn't working, and he was funding their lifestyle. He also came off as very manipulative, emotionally stunted, and without a better way for me to say it, he comes off as a massive puss. I do want to make it clear though that both of these people appear to be incredibly immature, insanely toxic, and they were definitely not meant to be together in general. I mean, even just on paper, right? A commentary YouTuber dating an OF girl sounds like a recipe for disaster. Like, honestly, if you were going to do social media stuff for a living, I would actually recommend that you find a partner that has a more normal job. Because at the end of the day, there needs to be some level of separation. You need to be able to disconnect. Now, with that being said, though, I cannot even begin to imagine talking to any girlfriend I've ever had this way.
And what that say?
Said though,
You definitely were giving me shitty attitude. Yeah, I won't unblock you though, because talking to you, if that stops me getting calling a dumb whore, yay. If that stops her from getting called a dumb whore, yay. And then he says again, is like, because talking to you is like talking to a brick. Maybe don't be a dumb whore.
I cannot even begin to imagine talking to.
And then you start going on about you're scared to move. Just die in a effing hole, in a fucking hole. Oops.
It's one thing. I cannot even begin to imagine talking to any girlfriend I've ever had this way. It's one thing to get mad and say something you don't mean, or tell her to get out of your face or something like that. But to say you're gonna unalive someone, or that you want to bash their head into a wall, or allegedly destroying their property after they decide they did not want to be with you, that is the move of someone who cannot control themselves.
I'm crazy and you wouldn't understand me. You wouldn't understand the hardships I've been through.
You know, back when I was in my
The hardships I've been through of making a YouTube channel and uploading videos and talking to a camera. I've been through so many hardships you would not really understand. That's what drove me crazy. That's what drove me to become who I am. I'm the Joker. Let me stop.
early 20s, I would oftentimes let my emotions get the best of me. Like something would make me mad and I would want to scream, I would want to cry, I would want to speed in my car, maybe punch a hole in the wall, just dumb shit like that. That is until my dad sat me down one day when something bad had happened to me and I was freaking out. And he said, son, you're gonna go into the PLP Hall of Fame. And I'm like, Dad, what's PLP? Like peace, love, and positivity, like Logic says? And he's like, no, son. It's an acronym for poor little pussy. Because honestly, you cannot let yourself spiral like this. That's when you are liable to fuck up and make life-altering mistakes.
Facts, because actually, like as men, we're supposed to be able to control our emotions better than the other our opposite sex. We're supposed to be able to not only control our emotions, but like understand them and logically figure out a reasoning behind them, and just, you know, be able to move based on logic. 1 second. it's kind of funny, but like that, you know how a lot of women will go around saying I want a man with emotional intelligence, right? Well, emotional intelligence by definition is intelligence regarding the emotions, especially in the ability to monitor one's own or others' emotions. So as men, we have this innate ability to do that, to monitor our own emotions. And because we're not usually the ones that fly off the handle from our emotions. We're usually the ones that are able to control our emotions and think logically. The ability, capacity, or skill to perceive, assess, and manage the emotions of oneself or others and of groups. As men, we do that. We manage our emotions. We don't react to anything based on how we feel. We don't react based on our emotions. We manage those emotions, and then we react based off, logically after a logical session with our own self. After a logical session with that, then we react. That's how we're able to function most of the time, right? I mean, I say most of the time because it looks like ImAllexx's is just not doing that. And it looks like there's some other people who are also other male influence, other male gender, and they're not just capable of doing that. But I find it funny because like emotional intelligence is something that it means that you are able to manage your emotions. And women are the ones always saying that we have emotional intelligence and we want a man with emotional intelligence. But women don't seem to have emotional intelligence, even though they claim to have more emotional intelligence than men. They are more likely to react based on their emotions, and men are not likely to react based on their emotions. That being said, Alex being what Jamari said, Alex being a PLP, a poor little pussy, you know what I'm saying? It kind of fits, you know what I'm saying? Because having a lack of emotional intelligence, which is what Alex has, he has a lack of emotional intelligence, makes him a poor little pussy. Because he acting like a bitch. You acting real feminine right now, Alex. I said it.
Either way though, this entire year goes by and this dude just goes dark on social media. Ironically, the last video he posted onto his main channel was JoJo Siwa is hiding a dark secret, when in reality, he was the one hiding his own skeletons in the closet.
I'm gonna fucking bash your head against the wall with a brick.
Well, I'm sure this won't have any adverse effects on her future.
I just know JoJo was dancing at the crib down in Fireball straight out the bottle when this dude got exposed. It actually might be like a JoJo Siwa curse at this point. Like, y'all remember what happened to DaBaby?
And the things that are being hidden are quite disturbing.
In all seriousness though, the dude finally responded with this hour and 42-minute video. And yes guys, I did indeed watch the entire thing. Like, that shit had the same runtime as Lost in Translation. Now essentially Alex spends his time here saying, yes I did some of those things, some of the other allegations are untrue or have been misconstrued by my ex, and yeah I might have been a piece of shit, but she is just as bad, if not worse, than myself.
Alice hit me, kicked me, emotionally, verbally and physically abused me, as well as threatened me and blackmailed me constantly throughout our relationship.
Oh, he did try to make a I didn't do it video or the apology video. I didn't know this. I wish I had seen that.
Alice has continued to harass me by posting false information about me, as well as fabricating stories about our relationship online to this day.
Oh, this is his comeback video. This is what we're talking about. Okay, okay, never mind.
Since our relationship ended, Alice has lied continuously for the last 12 months that I was under a police investigation.
Wait.
Some of the other allegations
We need to go back because I need to read some of this shit.
are untrue or have been misconstrued by my ex. And yeah, I might have been a piece of shit, but she is just as bad, if not worse, than myself.
Alice hit me.
I couldn't, hold on.
Piece of shit, but she is just as bad, if not worse, than myself.
Alice hit me.
Okay, hold on. We gotta get close enough for this. And you said you slapped me yesterday? Yes, I slapped your face one time. Name a girl who hasn't slapped a huge asshole. Okay, whether asshole or not, slapping is still assault. I mean, it's still assault. It's still physically assaulting somebody else. You said You said you slapped me. That's what he said. Calls me boring and laughs. I end up defending myself. This is from her perspective. I slapped him in the face. This is out of character from me, but he was screaming in my face. Face abuse. He was screaming in my face abuse. I was backed into a corner, not something.
He kicked me.
Whoa. He is like just boom, 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 boom. Like he's just trying to like,
But
he's acting like nobody's gonna pause this and read this shit. Why are you flashing these across the screen so fast?
she is just as bad, if not worse, than myself.
Alice hit me.
All right, and this one, Alice starts off saying, and I didn't just randomly start kicking you. I probably pushed you away. He says, can you play the whole thing? She says, I didn't kick you multiple times and hard. He says, and then can we text? She says, I'm trying, but like question mark. He says, okay, we can talk about all this after. She says, I didn't randomly start kicking you for no reason. And then he just goes off saying, and I'm very, what? I'm sorry, I wouldn't have gone with, what? I'm sorry I wouldn't have gone into more depth. I'm just a mess, okay? I know we were arguing. I did something. I can't mention what. I can't mention what because you don't want people actually, because you're gonna try to use this as a screenshot to save yourself. Anyway, can't mention what. Something dumb like I was in text naked, or wait, text naked? What? And you told me to sleep downstairs and I ignored you.
Kicked me.
And she says for talking about shit you did, or he says it's because of everything over the years it's built on. She says yeah. He says I don't want you to think I want to be a victim. I don't want to be perceived. I don't want to be seen. I want to be alone and truly alone. I don't want friends. All right, Mr. Dramatic. She says, I remember pushing you away from me. I didn't just go ahead and start kicking hard to you. And he says, I don't want messages. Why are you messaging her? And then she says, but yeah, it was probably uncalled for.
Emotionally verbal.
Oh my God, there's so many. Yo, I don't really want to keep going through all this. It's like he's trying to, it's like he's trying his best to find anything that can save his life against these accusations of him. Let's see. I'm starting with the left one. In blue, I can't really read it. Steven, what's up? Stop texting me. What do you think about Sherlock? I fucking know what's up. I'm just trying to talk about it. That fucking something. Retard boy. Okay, that's her. That's her texting that. She calls him a retard boy. Literal retard. Okay, see, she's kind of. It seems like she's verbally just as bad as he is. Looks like they had a lot of arguments. Mongrel. She calls him a mongrel. She's saying, "I'm asking you what's wrong," and you throw a fit. He says, "If you cared." She says, "You noms, fuck off." Yeah, you can if you want to pause that, if you want to zoom in on that, I'll try to zoom in on my side so you can zoom in more on your side. Wait, what's going on? Okay, there we go.
Verbally and physically.
Oh, God damn it.
Bad, if not worse, than myself.
Alice hit me, kicked me, emotionally verbal.
Okay, there we go. Stop shitting on me. I don't know what's up, blah blah blah. Yeah. So if you want to like, I don't know if you want to like increase it on your side, but I don't really want to try to read this because this is like annoying. Let me see. You know that. All right, yeah. I'm just gonna. All right, we're just gonna keep going. But it seems to me like they were both actually just as bad verbally, at least, because like they both like argued with each other back and forth and used words they probably shouldn't have used towards each other.
Verbally and physically abused me, as well as threatened me and blackmailed me constantly.
Okay.
Emotionally, verbally, and physically.
And you punched me in the face. He has underlined multiple times. She says, you took it wrong, insulted me multiple times. She says I'm screaming because you can't stop doing it. Insulted me. She hasn't said anything about the punching in the face like he said.
Just me, as well as
say sorry publicly. Something kick like it's supposed to be LOL. Or something. I don't something what you want to do. Just go away. He says why publicly. She says because why you're messaging me. He says but why do you want that? And she says you need to leave me alone, Alex.
Threatened me and blackmailed.
All right, this is supposed to be the blackmail one. He says I was talking. She says you was being mean and not understanding me. He says okay. She says okay. She says grow up then, stop taking it out on me. She says what's the point? He says can't deal with it. Speak. Don't just start making a call and then shout at me in public and threaten to hit me. She says I was doing what you wanted in your time, not mine. He says you went too far. She said you did. I'm literally crying.
Blackmailed me constantly throughout our.
How's that? I don't know how it's blackmail, but okay. He says she says fix up or I'll break all your Star Wars shit. She says good night. She says going out with my family early tomorrow, so if you aren't there, don't bother because I'll be out. He says here. She says at mine. He says here when. She says never mind night. And he says I was going to put everything off to come to you, but I didn't get the impression earlier that that'd be a good idea. I'm on a super flimsy schedule, and this has totally messed it up.
Our relationship. Alice has continued to harass me by
I'm not gonna read this.
Posting false information about me, as well as fabricating stories about our relationship online to this day. Since our relationship ended, Alice has lied continuously for the last 12 months that I was under a police investigation to friends, ex-girlfriends, and YouTube commentary channels.
He takes the interesting route here of basically saying that because the police never got involved, he couldn't.
If I was hitting young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested. I'm way too famous for this shit he just suggested. That's a bar, isn't it? Look here. Wait, oh, that is a bar. Oh, the Heart Part 6. Oh, that's from Drake. Okay, Drake said that.
Which, let's be honest, most of the times the cops are not very helpful in these types of situations, as it obviously becomes a lot of he said, she said. Actually, only 5.7% of incidents end in arrest, and only 0.6 end in incarceration. There is just a lot of back and forth here when it comes to the derogatory language used, and also to allusions of physical violence from both sides.
Alice wrote right at the end of her document that for legal and obvious reasons, she wouldn't attach all the evidence she has, but in due time, it may be made public. Not only is this not how police investigations work, but Alice has not posted more evidence since, despite saying the supposed investigation had now ended. This is because there never was an investigation, as it was a lie.
Now she has—
Well, if the investigation has ended, then why would she continue to post information about it?
already clapped back at this claim, posting several screenshots where authorities appeared to be in contact with her as recently as this last summer. But still, Alex kinda retains here that he is the real victim to her toxic behavior.
As Alice has continued to lie about me and the she put me through during our relationship, whilst blackmailing me and threatening me.
Okay, right now, to me, honestly, it looks like they were both assholes towards each other, and now they just want to, like, it's gotten to the point where they just want to cry about it to the internet and make each other look bad. You know, it started with her. She wanted to ruin his career and shit, and then he's like retaliating in his own way.
Alice has created a one-sided narrative that does not show the reality of what had happened during our relationship, as Alice intentionally left out hundreds of text conversations that would disprove her stories and false narrative that she has created. Instead, it would show that Alice had been a for our entire relationship, and that she has not stopped harassing me for the last year.
Now, I find it pretty strange when he claims that she was lying and harassing him after their breakup, when he was contacting her from burner profiles after he had gotten blocked. He was sending her letters through the mail, he was sending her notes via Amazon, he was sending her hundreds of messages on Facebook, and that all sounds like someone who does not want to let go to me.
True.
Now, over and over, he talks about how she's the one who actually hit him. He says that she would kick him frequently, and he also cites this text message over and over where she admits that she slapped him in the face, which she did also admit in her Google Doc.
Alice had also been kicking me, which she admitted to me on Facebook Messenger after she had lied that I was on Claire's Law, that she had been slapping.
Okay, so far, as far as physical damage, we have it. Like, she admitted to slapping him, and he says she slapped him. So as far as physical damage, like, she's done more physical abuse. You know what I'm saying? We don't have, as far as I know, we don't have proof that Alex put his hands on her. You know what I'm saying? So in my opinion, they're both just toxic, and they bubbled up to the point where it hit the internet. But they're both just toxic people, and they shouldn't be in a relationship with each other because they can't get along. And all that shit just kind of bubbled up and hit the internet. But that's about it. Like, other than that, it seems like they both should be canceled. If we're gonna cancel Alex, like, for him being abusive and like verbally abusive, and, you know, calling her the N-word and all that other ish, then we should also cancel her because she was also kind of on the same level. He may have been worse for, like, especially like sending letters and sending Amazon messages through Amazon or whatever. Like, he might have been worse, but she was also just as bad, or if not, she was also bad, if not just as bad. You feel me? So it's kind of like they're both trash.
Punching and kicking me throughout our relationship. When I brought up that she had been punching me throughout our relationship, Alice responded by saying that any girl would have done the same. Alice then excused this behavior by telling me it's okay for women to hit men if they are being an asshole.
And this is why I say this guy Alex is tripping, because if I'm paying for a place that me and a girl are living at, and every day she's apparently
okay for women.
Yes, I slapped the face one time. I'm a girl who hasn't slapped her. Okay. I mean, again, like I said before, like, it's not okay for anybody to be abusive towards anybody, whether you're a male or female. Doesn't matter. You should not be slapping or attacking or physically abusing your partner or anybody at all. Just keep your hands to yourself.
Women to hit men if they are being an asshole.
And this is why I say this guy Alex is tripping, because if I'm paying for a place that me and a girl are living at, and every day she's apparently treating me like shit, like he says,
kick her out,
and she's punching and kicking me, I'm not gonna retaliate with physical violence. Her bags would just simply be packed, and the locks would be changed that day, and if I had to call the police and get them involved, I'd go that route too. But him trying to twist and turn this thing where he somehow is gonna come out as the victim is just ridiculous.
I blow hot and cold. You've seen me. I'm apologising 1 minute, shouting the next. Angry 1 minute, please come here, hold me. I read old iMessages from us from the beginning of the last year. I could see how I caused everything. Jealous about you playing games with your friends, because I wanted you to dedicate your life to me.
And it's funny how he brings up this text message over and over again, but he does not acknowledge these other messages where he says he kicked her, and he also says that she never abused him. Now, in her Google Doc, she discussed several instances where she says that he got physical with her, claiming that he dragged her on the ground, pushed her, and put her in a headlock. He denies all of this using vague text messages that he attempts to explain. I mean, it's like half the time his proof is that there were no text messages or videos to support her claims.
Alice knew she would be using them in her document, and that she had been planning this full story about me. Alice has used these texts to make it seem like I had physically assaulted her, when this never happened.
But honestly, dude, when you're on record saying shit like this,
yeah,
I'm gonna bash.
Yeah, no, that's a bad look. I mean, he could have been like, that was AI, but he ain't go that route. And that's just a really, really, really bad look. That makes him look so much worse than her. You know what I'm saying? But okay, let's be real. Play devil's advocate for a hot second. She didn't activate her camera, either because she didn't have a camera, or because she didn't want to be seen like laughing or smiling when she catches him doing some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't want to be seen laughing or smiling, being like, yes, I got him. That's more evidence. She don't want to be seen laughing or smiling to that shit. That's why she didn't have her camera on. Playing devil's advocate. But yeah, it does seem like they're both just trash people. You know what I'm saying? They just shouldn't be together. And to be honest, they both seem like they have a lot of healing to do if they're actually going to find a relationship that actually works and can stay together. But hey, at the same time, there's a lot of people out there who are just staying in toxic relationships and they have it balanced out and make it work. I don't suggest it, but
Smash your f***ing head against the wall with a brick.
And we've also seen these text messages. It's hard not to imagine that you might take it there.
I'm really deeply sorry that it took me this long to really reflect properly on everything. I was still victimizing myself.
And just a little side note here, I've never seen people who live in the same apartment or flat or whatever the hell they call it, who text each other so much while being in the same home. And honestly, after watching this entire 1 hour and 40...
That's true. Like, at the same, if you really think about it, y'all was in the same home this entire time. You're texting each other this much. Like, just get up and go talk to each other. Have that human interaction. Go touch grass if you need to.
42-minute video and reading through her document, the real one I feel bad for is the goddamn cat that was living with them, because it does seem like their main point of contention was him. As a matter of fact, he mentions this cat like 67 times. Yes, I did count.
I had told him to stop saying weird things.
Mentions this cat like 60...
Yo, speaking of cats, it looks like you have some fur on your microphone, my guy. Right there, the bot, like, yeah, it looks like you have some cat fur right there. Yeah, because I know, I say it because, like, my cat be running around and just leaving fur everywhere. It's like...
7 times. Yes, I did count.
I had told him to stop saying weird things to the cat. I began talking to the cat in a silly voice, and Alice was laughing with me. He then goes on to say I have punched him in the face over the cat, and that it was because of me making these jokes about the cat. This wasn't the first time where Alice had treated me this way over the cat. I had asked Alice many times to stop hurting me for being affectionate and talking with the cat, flat on my back in bed with the cat on my chest.
You know, even your relationship with the cat, like, I was upsetting you. Why doesn't she want to share the cat with me? And it's because of the way that I was acting.
Look, guys, I don't even...
They really, like, fought over the cat, too? Share the cat with me. I ain't talking about that thing between your legs, you know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Even like cats, and I'm about to go rescue that motherfucker right now. And honestly, the rest of the video is not really worth breaking down. Alex denies most of it, especially everything physical, and the only thing he really seems sorry for is the way that he spoke to her. But still, he retains that she's the manipulative liar who had this master plan to expose him. He even kind of stands up for himself and saying the N-word, claiming that she was also dropping slurs too.
Dropped messages that showed her using the same racial slurs that she had accused me of bringing into our relationship.
Now, to be fair to him, I do think that she was chasing some clout, making all these relatable TikToks and trying to fish for interviews. But really no one cares because he's the known person in the situation. Like, his fans thought they knew his character and they did not expect this. But no matter what happened, because at this point only her, him, and the cat will truly know, I do think that both of them need to seek some sort of professional help at this point. And for this fool Alex, his career and image is still ruined in my opinion.
Maybe not everything deserves a comeback.
He doesn't really attempt to directly address the threats he said in those voice recordings and videos, and this is actually the closest he gets to any accountability.
I was horrible to Alice on many occasions, and I deeply regret this behavior, and nothing will justify that. But the order in which these events have been portrayed as false, as Alice is once again ignoring that she had tried to hurt me when I was just talking with our cat. I fully admit that I used horrible language, but as you could see, Alice would insult me too, but would only focus on my behavior and would completely ignore her own.
I'm sure this little weasel...
Alright, at the same time though, it seems, again, they're just both bad towards each other. He was the worst offender. They were both bad towards each other.
Will likely try and revive his career after this, but honestly I think it's over for the fake nice guy. Like, this video of him could have been 10 minutes long and it should have been released 10 months ago. He should have just apologized, maybe expressed that he was trying to better himself, and owned that he saw how toxic he had become. You know, really owned up to the messed up things he said. while also explaining that he never got physical with her like she said he did. But instead, to me, this video was really just him pointing his finger and saying, see, she's not really a good person either. But I want to know what you guys think about this information down below. Do you guys think that Alex can regain a career online? Do you think that his fans are like satisfied with this response? Either way, I do want to thank you guys for
Everybody has some like hardcore fans, like especially if you're like a huge streamer or a huge YouTuber, a huge content creator, you got some hardcore fans that will ride or die for you. So yes, he's got some fans that will still just like be there to SSD, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be there to ride that thing to the break of dawn, and they will gladly do it without lube. But at the same time, again, in my opinion, they both toxic towards each other. Like they just shouldn't be together, and they both have some healing to do in order to become a better person, so that they can actually find a relationship that's worthy of find a relationship that they are worthy of. But yeah, this looks like that's the end of the video. So as always, link to Jamari and link to the video that we just watched will both be in the description below, so be sure to check them out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, because yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, it's a thing. But anyway, don't forget to do those 3 things I'd like to ask you to do, and like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell for more videos. Yeah. You know what it is after that, in case I don't see you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace, and much love to you.